Another thing is that, to set the tone for the day, is that structure really trumps just about everything else. In many cases, you need to have a great strategy, but you can have a great strategy, but if you have a bad structure, then it's just a bad deal. You can have an average strategy with an amazing structure, and it can make it a pretty good deal all day long. And so that's really important to realize. And it could be good or bad because of the amount of alignment, or because it recycles cash, and that might be seen as a good thing, so you compound your returns, or it might be seen as a bad thing because you don't get liquidity on the first exit or second exit, and they're keeping hold of your money for a longer time than you want. You could have optionality to get out, or you might be stuck inside of something. You might have transparency and negative rights or control rights or not. Dilution, who gets paid first, who gets paid second, or there might be collateral behind a deal or not. One thing we've learned in deals is that oftentimes you meet a highly confident CEO who says, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, this, and this, and as soon as you invest, our company's gonna go up by 20x, et cetera. And they're very, very confident. They don't think their company's gonna fail. That's why they're raising money for it. Many times we say, oh, well, and it's not structured to have collateral in it. We say, oh, well, we just wanna make sure we don't lose our money. That's even more important than trying to hit a 10x or something. Is there any way to put some sort of collateral behind this with medical equipment or real estate or receivables? And many times, probably 60% of the time, they say, yeah, sure, we'll do that because we're confident we're not going to lose your money. And now you have collateral in place you wouldn't have had otherwise if you didn't ask the question that takes 30 seconds to ask, right? There's no cost to asking that question. And many times we've gotten that in place for investors. Last slide I'm going to cover to kind of start the day out before I invite David up, who's going to talk about how he helps put together, structure, and operate family offices, is a saying. I've got a lot of martial arts friends. I'm not a black belt. I just took Jeet Kune Do and judo and karate for a bit when I was younger, but a lot of my clients and friends are black belts. And there's a saying that white belts and black belts, they do the same moves largely, and they know about the same moves, but they do them very differently. You can put together a fund, or you can put together an LLC, or you can allocate money as a family office within the same type of deal, but the nuances of how you do it makes all the difference in the world, right? And so structuring deals can be a bit like jiu-jitsu if you know anything about it. You know, someone offers you something, you respond with something, and then you might have to counter what their response is and say, oh, okay, that's important to you. I'll let you take that, but then I'm going to do this because I need to be covered somehow, or I need to make up for what you said was very important to you. And as you get into the content for the day, I think you'll see how it relates if you know a thing or two about jiu-jitsu or other martial arts. So I think before we go any further with my presentation, I'd like to get David up here and just add a different perspective to the day. I've known David for probably about a year and a half now. We connected because I am not an expert on being a CFO for families, on accounting, bookkeeping, financial strategy that comes from seeing the flow of funds and helping families in that manner. And David is. And what we're always trying to do is help families with establishing their family office and then doing smarter direct investments and developing that strategy. And we're just looking to get to know David better due to his expertise and being really strong in areas that we're not. So he's going to be speaking with us today on 3 counterintuitive insights on setting up and structuring a family office. For those of you who are here and you're running an investment platform and not your own family office, we hope by being a member of the Family Office Club, we help you on your journey, and you will need a family office of your own. That's probably one of your goals as well, or you wouldn't be here today. And you probably work with people who could either use David's help or use these insights so you can be more effective in working with them.